what is it? Overly serious guy. That's pretty unfunny.
Because it's accurate.
Yeah, maybe it's good. You're the serious guy. You're like and I'm like, so you're the Abbott. I'm the Costello, right? Like,
yeah,
there's always got to be a straight guy to make the funny stuff kind of,
Are you saying I'm not
get
funny?
set up? Very unfunny.
Boy.
I know. But
Is
what are you
this
gonna
part
do?
of it already?
What is this? Is this the shtick? Are we doing the shtick right now?
Is this the shtick?
This is our shtick. We roll right into it. We were like, we're coasting through life with a car with no brakes.
My gosh. I love that movie, dude.
Yeah.
We're both driving through life in a car with no brakes. Who's Harry Crumb,
Who's
right?
Harry Crumb?
Yeah.
The late
Classic.
John Candy. I know. I love that movie.
Oh
we got to talk about that movie one day on Super Earth Podcast, Helldivers Radio stream.
I think we just did.
On Thanksgiving, which was not too long ago, I was like, I'm doing it.
Yeah.
I'm going to do a solo 9.
What?
Yeah. All by myself. Don't need Mike. I need me, but
Don't need myself.
I need myself a little bit to do the solo. Anywho, I was like, so like, I had a couple of hours, just kind of screw around on Thanksgiving. Nobody was on. And so I started doing one of those eradicates by myself. I got up to 50% kills.
Oh, all right.
I had no idea what I brought in. Don't ask me.
I was just going to ask you.
No, I know. I don't know. But then I started to think about, okay, what should I bring in?
Mm-hmm.
And I brought everything wrong. I never got, so I played maybe 10 more times just an eradicate on 9. And I just kept getting annihilated. And I realized those bugs, because it was all bugs. I didn't do bots.
Okay.
The bugs are too fast, way too fast.
Yeah.
You have to be faster and think faster than those bugs can attack. And they jump and attack.
Oh, yeah.
It was nuts. I'm used to honestly being carried through this game. Honestly, you carry me, anybody online carries me, that we play with.
Okay.
And I just pick out guys that they didn't kill.
The leftovers.
The leftovers, right? So I got slim pickings, or I get a random big boss here and there. But I have plenty of time to kind of set up my guns and and everything, because they're handling the heavy workload. I'm just like I said, I'm just tagging along. Really, they're playing the game. I'm enjoying their skills,
the fruits of their labor. Yeah,
exactly, the fruits of their labor and all their hard work. I see it. Anyways, I'm like, I get killed a lot and fast, and I go through all my lives, which is only 5 or 6. I was like, that's not a lot. But I'm like, I want to get to level 10 because I haven't unlocked level 10 yet. And it's so many months.
I didn't know that.
I didn't know that either until I went to go, because I was like, I wanted to do a level 10 on my own.
Okay.
On Thanksgiving, but I found out I hadn't unlocked it yet. I'm like, oh, this is embarrassing. You know what I mean? Here I am on a podcast for this game, and I haven't unlocked level 10 yet.
Has that changed recently?
Oh, it has.
Oh, very good.
Let me tell you. So I get on last night because it's pretty late. First, I text you. I was like, "Hey, what's up?" And no response. So I'm like, "All right, I'm gonna just get back to trying to solo Helldiver 9, and just take my lumps and just kind of learn or whatever, or look for the right solo. What do you call it? The right solo gear loadout. And I looked it up online and I tried it, and it was orbital laser, orbital 500, the shield, and the rail gun, and the stun grenades. You know what I mean?
Huh.
And the primary, it didn't really tell you what primary to use or armor or anything.
Because I would have thought you would bring a bunch of turrets.
You would think. Well, I wasn't doing Eradicate at that point.
Oh,
I was doing like a regular. I was like, I'm done with Eradicate. I don't think I can do that on my own, right?
Okay.
Because I tried it and the Thanksgiving and I couldn't do it.
Yeah.
So I'm like, I'm going to try one of those simple in a 4 or 5. Let's go blow up the eggs mission, right?
Okay.
So I'm like, this is going to be a piece of cake. You
Uh-huh.
know, so I'm going to bring in all these weapons with these long, like, boop, 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 combinations, and ones I've hardly ever used because they say, hey, use this loadout if you want to dominate. So I immediately get killed. I cannot even make it to like the first like section. I lose like 6 lives in like the first encounter. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because the bugs are just swarm you. Yeah. And then this crazy stuff happened where like these Bile Titans showed up that I'm not used to fighting because we're on 4s and 5s and 6s, right? But they hardly show up, if at all. Like I don't even know.
Not usually on 4, yeah.
So I got the Bile Titans. I'm getting rolled around by the Chargers. But I mean, those guys are fine because they're big and stuff, and you can take, but it's the little guys. It's the little guys that killed me.
Yeah.
The hunters.
The hunters are the worst, dude.
The hunters and the jumping and those are the guys that kill me all the time.
Yeah. Yeah.
And then a random, what's that bigger bug called?
The Impaler?
No, that one didn't show up, but I'll talk about that in this long rant that I got going.
Yeah.
But the Brood Commanders, I'm sorry.
Oh, yeah, okay.
Sorry, brain,
No, it's all good.
Yeah, it's been a minute. So those guys come around, and those guys are not enrolling me and stuff, and like, I'm dead. I don't know. I don't have time, so I'm like, okay, well, I'm going to do the lighter armor, so I'm more agile, because I usually do heavy.
Yeah.
Bad mistake. One shot, I'm dead. one little slice.
That's the problem. Yeah, that's the trade-off, yeah.
And then because no one can throw me anywhere safe, I just land right back in the pile of swarming bugs. There's no rhyme or reason. They don't care about trying to get me back to throwing me into a nice safe area.
No, they don't.
No. And my ability to not shoot at a bug if I see one was really like apparent. Like, oh, this is not the way you should play this game.
It was coming back to haunt you.
Yeah, like this is. I see why people say stop shooting at the bugs when you see them, because
under certain circumstances, it's better to just keep walking or keep running.
Right. Mm-hmm. And then I notice so a couple of missions of that, and I'm like, all right, I'm just going to take my lumps, my lumps. My lovely Helldiver lumps. We were talking about the challenge, right? We were talking about that. And I'm like, well, the challenge is here. It's up in the higher levels where, that's where we get your butts kicked. Like, that's where we need to live. I mean, if we're going to advocate for this game, I got to experience. I'm not saying we. I have to experience the higher levels. And put my 2 cents. Okay, so I get a thing up on my what you call it, on the screen. Hey, Melatonin Madman was like, join my party. And I'm like, I'm not joining your party, dude, because I am trying to do something. Right. Mm-hmm. So I ignore it, not trying to be mean or nothing, but I can't text him and be like, hey, I'm trying to do something. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Well, one, I'm getting swarmed by bugs, and I can't even think to even throw out stuff. So they come into my game, which is cool because
totally.
I'm like, this is what I need. I can't solo. Who the hell do I think I am?
But that's how you learn, though. I mean, props to you for putting yourself in that situation. Like, that's kind of what I used to do when I would get mad at the game. I would like up the difficulty to the highest I thought I could do by myself, and get mad when I would get annihilated.
Right.
Yeah. People would drop in and help me out, like you're saying.
Yeah, they're dropping in. But as I was like dying and restarting and dying and restarting, which I don't know if that hurts the cause, by the way, but I hope I didn't hurt the cause, but I don't know. Oops. I'm trying something, you know?
Yeah, it's all good, dude.
and failing at the missions. But I was trying new loadouts, I was trying new loadouts and trying new things and not really having any success, not really finding any combos that worked, and listening to the experts in there saying you should use this, and none of that was working for me. I don't know what's wrong. And I was like, maybe I don't know how to play this game still.
Well, to your point from a minute ago, a lot of it comes down to knowing when to engage and when to, creep around and avoid being seen. Like I was doing some level 6s. Well, you joined me actually on one of those with some randos, and like they were hard because they were lower level guys. They were fun to play with, right?
Yeah.
By the end of the night, they were fun. They were like 13 and 17 or something like that, doing level 6s, and I could just tell that they didn't have a lot of experience because they would stay and fight in situations where it was time to go, and that's something you and I used to do all the time.
Right.
It's like, if you complete the objective, you've got the samples from that area, just leave. Like they can drop all the, bots they want or bug breaches or whatever. But if you're not there, they eventually despawn.
So. I think it's the completist in me. Like when I want to, when I do some sort of cave game or something, or tunnel game, or I don't know, something where there's I just want to find everything and I want to kill everything and I want to complete everything. So I feel like I don't have to come back. You know what I mean? So I think that's kind of playing against that, being creepy. Because whenever I get an option to leave everybody alive in a game and stealth around, I take the other option of just mow everybody down and collect everything out of their dead pockets or out of the crates. You know what I mean?
Yeah. That's how you build up your inventory.
Yeah. Exactly. I can't, even if there's an option, I'm always going for the overkill guy,
I would usually start with 2 or 3 stealth kills and then, then go in guns blazing after I thin their numbers a little bit.
That's a good strategy. Yeah. It takes a lot of patience and,
I just think the stealth kills are fun. That's really all it is. It's not patience. It's just
your preference.
Yeah.
It takes skill,
Well, yeah, I guess. So speaking of skill, these guys jumped in.
Yes, it was Melatonin Madman. Shout out to him, big shout out, and then his crew, which consisted of a Krabicus, Krabicus, aka Krabs, and then another dude that I wasn't even friends with that was jamming with them, Ayer or something like that.
Aether?
No, it wasn't Aether. Should have grabbed his name. But I friended him afterwards. We're friends now.
Yeah, it's all right. We don't have to.
It started with an A. He was cool. He was doing the going solo through the missions.
Yeah.
And then Krabicus and Krabs and Melatonin they team up and kind of go through the missions together. But I'm like, dude, I'm trying to, I told him, I go, hey, I've never unlocked level 10 yet. And he's like, oh, okay, yeah, let's do that. I'm like, okay, cool.
Yeah.
So he's in the middle of my mission and we only have 6 lives. Did you know that if they joined after the fact, you only have
the starting number of
yeah. It doesn't matter how many people show up. That was new to me. That. Yeah. So we all died right away because we only had 6 lives between the 4 of us. That went quick, but they did put up a little bit of a fight.
So you made it through 3 Helldives.
Well, that's the thing too, Mike, is I thought I just had to do 1 Helldive, 1 9.
Yeah.
But they're like, no, you got to do all 3 to make it to 10. I'm like, this is why I never unlocked it, because I never, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
We've never done 3 9s in a row.
No,
to even
especially
finish.
Not from your ship anyway.
Yeah. Oh, it's got to be from my ship too?
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh, wow.
So that's why it worked, because they were all on your ship and you guys did the campaign. Or the operation, I think it's called.
Yeah, we did the operation. It was a blast. Those guys are awesome. I don't know how they do it. They talk the whole time, and it's like entertaining, witty, chatty, good stuff.
Mm-hmm.
They're ribbing at each other, and it's a blast to listen to. It's like I'm sure they and then Melatonin listens to us, but like, it's cool to like listen to his content, like my own personal show.
It's kind of funny, isn't it? Like,
yeah,
we do all this talking, but then like when the game's on, and we talked about this last night too. Like, I'm not very talkative a lot of the time because we're not as good as the people we're playing with, so we have to actually focus on what's happening. Yeah,
I think these guys are like that good, like to go through the game, just know every scenario and know how to like work through it.
Yeah. And
like they were reading the maps, putting up like map checkpoints and stuff, and I'm like, there's so many enemies. You know, like how are they doing this? And then so they're doing that, and then at the whole time they're like fighting each other. You know what I mean? And like they're like trying to hit each other with like, random stuff and taking each other out, and like that's funny.
But I've never felt good enough to like really play around that way.
Yeah.
So it's not like, it would be fun if I felt like I know I've got what it takes to get out of here alive if we like expend these few lives unnecessarily. But I don't really feel that I'm at a point in terms of skill to where I can waste a few lives.
I don't know if they were doing it on purpose. It seemed like there was on purpose, but here's the thing. Here's the little part that I forgot to mention. The first mission, Melatonin was like, oh, I got my randomizer up. I'm like, well, what's that? And he's like, oh, you just select it and it tells you what to bring in. And, it picks it for you to kind of add another level of challenge to the game. I'm like, oh, yeah, do that to see what happens.
Yeah.
So here we are doing a level 9, and he randomizes it, and it's not good stuff. It's like, I think it's like I don't know, like the stun grenades for him, like, I don't know. I don't understand how you're supposed to use stun grenades. That's the problem. So he kept saying, oh, I forgot I got the stun grenades. I got the wrong stuff, and,
yeah.
So he's used to like, having stuff that got him out of the situation, and he was using other stuff. And then somebody brought in, because I think they were both doing it, which just goes to tell you these two guys are top notch.
Yeah.
One of them brought in the incendiary mines, the mines, the I'm sorry, the tank mines or whatnot, right?
Oh, the tank mines?
The tank, yeah, those red.
Are those still garbage, pretty much?
Yeah, they were like, and then they're throwing it around, and then I'm dying, like I'm trying, and then my stuff gets stuck in the minefield because I died, and then like I can't get to my stuff.
Yeah.
And they're all, oh, we're sorry, here. They clear a path for me to get it. And then it's hilarious. Then we're extracting, and then there comes the mines, just like they're just having fun. I'm like, oh man, the mines again. It's so much fun.
Yeah.
So 3 missions of that, and it was cool, and randomizing, and they were taking it up another notch, and they were having fun though, like, and
did you end up doing a super Helldive?
Right. So we got through all 3, and then we did the super Helldive, and it was a mission to, I think, launch a ICBM, I think.
Mm-hmm.
So it's one of those ones where you have to like punch in,
go get the codes, take them to the,
so it's all that on the level 10. And once again, just like Argent held my hand through level 9, they were like, not a big deal. Level 10's not that much different. You're not gonna really be able to tell the difference. But I mean, there was impalers coming at us and everything. And I don't know who was taking those out, but they were taking them out. Not like all the time, but
yeah,
they didn't. You weren't able to stop this team that I was on. Jeez,
nice.
All three of them were great. Kept calling each other in. No problems, and we didn't lose. We didn't lose any. When we had our full
squad,
when we had our full amount of lives,
okay,
we didn't lose any. We didn't lose any. But it was a challenge. Still is a challenge. I mean, they had to put some work in. They had to sweat a little bit. It wasn't all fun and games. There was some times where we had to be like, "Oh, we're running low on lives. We got to bunker down." So, I hope I did my part. On the level 10, on the super 10, the super one, I think I got the most kills somehow, which was odd. Yeah.
Huh.
Yeah, I don't know how that happened. So he said,
interesting.
Yeah, that was kind of cool. Oh, they were talking about, they broke the record. Melatonin broke the record, but he said he was too excited when he broke the record about, you remember the having the most kills?
The kills challenge? Yeah.
He said he had the most kills, but then he was jumping up and down, and his controller fell, and then he couldn't take the screenshot because it move forward.
Yeah. That's funny. I remember the story that he somehow got off the screen. I didn't know it's because he was jumping up and down.
Yeah, he was jumping up and down and cheering. That was pretty cool. Get a little, behind the scenes account of what actually occurred.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, but those guys are hilarious. All three of those guys are fun.
We're not currently running this, but there's talk about creating like a community stratagem / weapons tier list. I just think I need to think about how to actually go about doing that in the Discord.
Oh, cool.
Yeah. You know what I mean? Like have people vote. Maybe that's what we could do is like over the next couple weeks or so, post polls or something, which I've never done. So it could end up being kind of sloppy, because like if you've never done something before, it's usually not the best.
We did polls on our podcast episodes.
Yeah, that's true.
I mean,
but I don't think we do enough episodes to poll everybody on the different weapons and what tier they would give it.
So you're going to do like a playoff for weapons? Is that what you're saying?
I guess you could call it that. Yeah. Give everybody in the Discord a chance to vote for what they think. What I'm thinking would be the way to do it is to post each stratagem with a poll and then, like S, A, B, C, D in terms of quality.
Yeah.
And then have everybody vote for that. And then, whatever letter wins would be what tier it ends up in. Makes
sense. Some people are going to love certain weapons more than others. That's, not everyone's going to, I think it's going to be like, this is a top tier, because everyone's different and there's so many different weapons. But yeah.
Yeah.
I think that's a cool idea.
Thanks. I just had it stuffed.
Nice idea.
Oh, man. So, I don't know if you saw this, but there was a post on the Discord. First of all, their community manager, Twinbeard, walked away. I guess his contract ended. And so Twinbeard is no longer, salute.
We salute his service.
Thank you for your service.
Yeah. Kept us informed.
Apparently, he's still going to be in their Discord. He's still going to be around, but he won't be a community manager.
Do you think he plays the game?
I would think so.
Cool.
at least, once in a while. But they posted this on their Discord, and I will share this with you.
Do it.
If you can see this. Okay. So they posted this, Baskinator posted this on their Discord a few days ago.
On the Helldivers official Discord.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, cool.
The Democracy Space Station user manual.
Huh? Oh.
Yeah.
I like that. Yeah. Okay. Because I don't even look at it or even touch it because I don't know what any of it means.
I still, even after reading this, I don't totally understand like the timing of everything in terms of like we donate to this and we vote for that. But we'll go over this, and it should for anybody out there listening who doesn't really understand it yet, this should hopefully shed some light. And they're trying to do a better job of showing everybody in the game what this stuff means. So what is the DSS? I think everybody knows that, but the Democracy Space Station is a community-built and managed system that adds additional strategic elements to the galactic war. How does it work? As you've seen, players vote once per cycle for where the DSS will be stationed. Then players donate resources to activate the tactical actions of the DSS. Each tactical action has one in-mission effect and one strategic effect. I didn't know that. Something that affects the galactic war itself. If the activation is timed correctly and on a matching campaign, such as Defend or Liberation, it can result in one of those dramatic shifts with unforeseen effects. So, tactical action tips. Eagle Storm is best used on a Defend event since it is pausing that timer. So, apparently, having the DSS on a planet with a Defend timer, it actually stops that timer while the DSS is there and gives us time.
Oh, cool.
Planetary bombardment dramatically increases the liberation rate of every successful operation and is best deployed on a default frontline planet. So, like, you'll see liberation or defend, liberation campaign. So that's where the planetary bombardment comes in. The orbital blockade basically prevents a new defend event from originating on the planet where the DSS is stationed and is best used and deployed in a bottleneck situation where you want to stop the enemy front from expanding. Note that it does not stop an active defend event. So, let's see. So some of the changes we're considering. For the planetary bombardment action, we are aiming to increase the precision and effectiveness of its orbital targeting systems. We are also investigating innovative ways to provide Helldivers with advanced warning of imminent impacts through the use of minimap and visual indicators. Improvements to the voting system, such as a clearer and more concise vote to stay option pinned to the top of the menu, and potentially increasing the number of votes available, providing ways of democratically earning new votes and ways to influence DSS movement functions. Adding passive effects that will affect the current planet even when the tactical action is not active. So the DSS passively doing more. Adding more tactical actions to the DSS that will enhance the community-controlled space laser fantasy with even more impressive destruction power at the planetary scale.
All right, Mike. Now interpret this in English.
So basically, they're trying to, like with the planetary bombardment, they want to increase like the accuracy. Like the Eagle airstrikes were, not airstrikes, they were more like strafing runs.
Yeah.
Those were really accurate. Those were coming in and taking out groups of enemies as we were fighting. We talked about that.
Right, we did.
So what they want to do is tighten the targeting of that a bit and create some sort of warning system so that players can kind of see where those bombardments are likely to land or are going to land.
Oh, okay.
And then to lead to less death and frustration.
Move out of the way.
Yeah. So improvements in the voting system. So they're talking about ways to increase your number of votes. which I'm guessing would be through playing the game somehow. Maybe people who clear certain levels, who knows? So that would affect the voting system. Adding passive effects to the current planet, even when the tactical action is not active, that sounds kind of cool. So it would give the DSS a more overall sense of activity and being involved in whatever planet it's on. Does that make sense?
Sure.
So those are the basic ideas there.
Okay.
Behind the
when
the
can
DSS.
we
does it say that? You broke up a little bit when you asked that question.
When can we actually be in the DSS?
Oh, I don't know. I think there would need to be a pretty big outcry for that to happen.
Oh,
I don't know that that's necessarily their plan, but it would be kind of cool. Like, what if you could station, be in one of those stations that's firing the orbital bombardments?
Yeah,
like,
cool.
What if that's the way they increase some of the squad? Like, they don't increase the number,
Dude.
But you can have somebody join and play as your DSS Overwatch person,
like a commander guy. Yeah.
But
it reminded me of a little bit of Battlefield 1 when that big you would play that mission. I think it was in a desert or something. I don't know if it was a desert or I don't know. There's like an airship that showed up, and you can spawn in the airship and shoot down to the battlefield. And it was like a big blimp or something, maybe? I don't know. It was something.
No, it was an airship.
It was an airship, yeah.
Yeah. I don't know if that was Battlefield 1.
Pretty sure it was.
It might have been, though.
The World War I battlefield, I think.
Oh, that would be Battlefield 1. Yeah. That was the kind of thing where, like, if one team was doing really poorly, right?
Mm-hmm.
The other team would get something that would kind of bolster them. Am I remembering that correctly?
Yeah, it would help level it out a little bit. Yeah. So.
Yeah. Like the train on the one map. The one map had a train. Yeah.
There was a train as well. That's why I was making sure. Like, I felt like I'm trying to remember which map had the train, or if they both had it. I don't know. It was.
I don't know either.
In a minute, but
yeah,
I remember it was cool. It was like huge, and it was a little bit of a game changer, But that's player versus player, and not really. But it could be cool like that. But you kind of go up to the, up to the DSS and get into those stations and maybe have a little magnifying glass and.
Yeah, well, like a little map.
Yeah, a little.
Almost.
Yeah, a map.
Yeah,
that's that'd be cool.
Yeah, that would be awesome.
Little mini game action.
Yeah.
But you're safe up there. That's the problem. You're not going to die.
Yeah. Well, wasn't that like there was with the Division, when they first revealed the Division, they had plans to have like an Overwatch drone that people could play from their laptops and stuff like that. So it's kind of something like that.
Okay.
Where you can see the battlefield overhead and see. But it would be, I wonder though, if that would get kind of boring being up there like that. I'm sure some people would love it. Right.
Because you gotta find all the ins and outs of it, and that'll keep people engaged, I think, a little bit. So there'll be probably a little bit to it, and I think someone who naturally likes to support would probably get a kick out of it.
Yeah, I personally would have fun with that. Playing, from up above, and maybe you're waiting for a specific ping from the team.
Yeah,
that would be kind of cool. Like the
call?
Team would have to. Yeah, like a call out. maybe they drop a stratagem, like it would be a specific Eagle airstrike type thing where they throw it in and drop it, and then you respond to the ping where they call that. Yeah.
Dude, I can see that.
That'd be sweet.
Yeah, like you're in some sort of gunship. They're like in an yeah. Then you shoot whatever they're asking for.
Exactly.
That's cool.
That would be sweet.
Put your little cursor on it, and then like, ding, and then select the weapon they want, and then shoot it down.
That would be awesome.
And then you add a little phrase. You can be like, "Take that."
Yeah, and then you could type like text type with them. Maybe you can't communicate with the team, and so this would be a way you could do it randomly too.
I like that. Yeah.
So you could jump in and you could send them messages, and they can message you
if they're not getting if they're not in a battle.
If they're not getting blown away. Yeah. Check this out. This we don't have to talk about too much, but check out this headline from Harvey Randall at PC Gamer. You see that?
Yeah. Helldivers 2 hits overwhelmingly positive recent reviews on Steam, losing 2,225 negative reviews and gaining over 29,000 positive ones in the past month. What happened?
That's a good question. I mean, we could... this person here, Harvey, in this paragraph, he says, the only real thought I have is attributing this to the Steam Autumn Sale, which saw the game discounted by 20% for Black Friday. And that's ending today. Helldivers 2 makes a good first impression for new players. Yes, it does.
It does.
And loses its luster over time, as all live service games do. Yeah. That's not a knock against it, really, just a consequence of the genre. But, yeah, that's I think, good news, right?
For real.
The franchise?
Yeah, absolutely. First thing I look at when I look at Steam when I don't know about a game, and there's people out there that don't know about Helldivers 2. There is.
Yeah.
The first thing I look at is, okay, what are the reviews? Honestly, that's my number one go-to, determination on and to buy the game or not. And if it's mixed or if it's lower than, if it's mixed, I won't look. I'll just go past it or whatever,
Yeah.
But if I see positive or overwhelmingly positive or how, you know what I mean? Those upper positive ones, like, I'm like, oh my gosh, I got to play this game. Like that's how much it affects me, in times of me by millions and millions of people. And, that really does have an effect.
It makes a big difference.
Makes a huge difference on who's going to be exposed to the game. So yeah, I bought a couple, games that were on sale. I never heard about over the Thanksgiving, because on the reviews alone.
You're playing what? Something called Concise?
Conscript. It's
Conscript.
Yeah,
oh, okay.
Conscript. That's like overhead, kind of third person, but like overhead, not like behind the person, but like above. Almost like a 2D.
So like 2.5D.
Yeah,
kind of?
It's like old school game. Something you would play on the Genesis. And I tried. Yes. I'm like, like when I got it, I'm like, well, I should turn up the graphics to look, all pixely. But like, no, that's what they're going for.
That's what it is.
That old school feel, old school sound. It doesn't Helldivers 2 like graphically like stuff falling apart. No, but that's what it's like creepy. It's like, like NHL 93 when you would hit the guy and like a little bit of blood would be like, oh, look at that. It's gross. Like that, that's how it is. Like that's
awesome.
That's the graphic that you see. And like, that's so that's gory. And it was, and it's gory.
Yeah.
It's like a World War I meets like Resident Evil game. You know what I mean? Yeah. But like I said, don't think of Resident Evil at PlayStation 1. If Resident Evil came out for like a Sega Genesis or a Super Nintendo, you know what I mean? Like,
if Resident Evil came out, okay.
But like that type of game where you got to like unlock the doors and get, the map is all locked up and you got to find the things that.
That sounds pretty cool. I might have to check this out.
It's a ton of fun. Yeah. And like I said, I didn't know about anything about it, but like the reviews were like overwhelmingly positive. I'm like, okay, cool. It's not going to break the bank and people love it. So
yeah.
So I got that and another one called Fallen Aces, which I haven't had a chance to check out too much because I've been playing Conscript so much and I've been loving it. So.
That's awesome. Sorry, we'll have to cut this out.
Cut this out, yeah.
but I kind of want to talk about this because people don't talk about this enough. Okay, so here's an article about something that I completely agree with, and you can see this now, right?
Yep, I can see it.
Helldivers 2 director can't believe its music hasn't won more Game of the Year awards, but the shooter's composer is happy because he had almost quit games forever. This is by Khan Saren. What quote, "What I thought was impossible came true," end quote. So, to me, like, the music is kind of what makes this game a lot of the time.
For real.
You know, it's some of the best game music since, I would say, Halo 1.
Ooh.
In terms of just iconic, you can't think of the game without thinking of the music type of stuff. The music totally sets the tone and carries you through the emotions of what's going on. I can't think of a game other than Halo 1 that really grabbed me. Like, this soundtrack is perfect. This music is perfect.
Yeah, what happened to me last night.
Yeah.
You know, I usually keep the music at a lower level only because like I've heard it before, and you know, and but it crept through. It came through the mix. You know, because I like to be able to hear people, you know, chat and chat higher. But it came through the mix, and I heard the song, and I'm like, yeah. Badass songs.
Totally, dude.
Yeah.
So, I'll read a little bit of this article, and you can stop me when it gets boring. Helldivers 2's composer reveals he had almost quit writing orchestral game music entirely before the glowing reception to his new sci-fi score.
Wow, how about that?
Yeah. Can you imagine that? Like, I'm sure we've all felt that at some point.
Yeah.
Like, why am I still doing this kind of thing?
I was just thinking, like, what if I quit that, like, would have made me, you know,
that if you had just kept going, it might have worked out.
Yeah, it might have worked out.
Probably a lot of things. You know, they say that most people quit right before they hit success.
How about that?
So Helldivers 2 director Johan Pielstedt kickstarted the conversation on social media. Quote, "How the Helldivers 2 OST hasn't won or even been nominated for Best Score is beyond me."
Yeah, that's a good, and us.
Yeah, I listen to it daily and it still goes so hard.
That's awesome.
Yeah, in a follow-up response, Pielstedt says that he's usually sick of hearing a game's music by the time it's out, but this one I still listen to. And we use Will Roget's, I'm sorry if I'm not pronouncing that correctly. I'm probably not. It's Roger, but anyway.
Will R.
Will. We'll call him Will.
Will. We know him.
We know that guy.
Yeah.
Yeah, Will.
Yeah.
That's from
that's the Will.
Arrowhead.
That's the Will guy that I play with.
You're the Lito. Yeah. I'm the Mike.
Yeah, that's the Will.
He's the Will.
The Will.
Yeah, so the shooter's composer, Will, then responded to the director's gushing praise with a little tidbit. Quote, "Funny story, before Helldivers 2 came out, I considered moving on from writing orchestral game music," he tweeted.
Wow.
"It seemed like players were getting tired of it. It's absurdly difficult, time-consuming, and expensive to produce. I wanted to try new things."
Dude, orchestral music with anything makes that anything, I'm going to say, like 10 times to 50 times better.
More epic.
More epic, yeah. Right.
Well, think about it. Think of how different, like, since John Williams stopped scoring Star Wars.
Whoa, he said it.
Right?
Yeah, or anything.
Huge difference.
When I see John Williams scored something, I'm like, this is going to be a good movie. Like, the movie, the whole experience is going to be watchable and rewatchable and like have the same experience over and over and over again because of the music.
Absolutely.
You take the music out and put it on like mute, you're gonna be bored.
You ever see those reels people post where they like take the music out of certain like performances and it's just like they'll do like Michael Jackson just dancing. He's like Yeah. Yeah, totally, dude. Yeah, that's what it would be like.
It would be, yes.
Yeah.
It would be so bland, so boring. You need to have that.
So we don't, we don't have direct access to anyone at Arrowhead. We're not that cool.
We're not that. Yeah, we're not that official. We're unofficial. We
do believe that they're still listening, right? Like people are listening in Sweden. And well, my point is, if anyone at Arrowhead happens to be listening, it's our soundtrack of the year.
Right.
100%. So it's not just my soundtrack of the year. I can't think of a game, like I was saying, I can't think of a game where the music has had that much of an impact on me anytime in the last 20 years.
You know what? I'm going to go out and say it. I think this is the Rocky song, of video games. You know what I mean? Like that's like the epic, let's get up and move type of song. Like say you're like running on the beach or something with your best friend, and you're like, let's sing a song to like commemorate this moment. It's that. But like if you're playing video games and you want to get into the moment, and you're like, yes, that was great. That will start coming out of your consciousness. You know what I mean?
Well, it's so awesome.
That's good stuff, man. It's so catchy. It's so memorable. It's so like we can't think of another song because I said, there is no other song. Yeah. So I can't think of any song right now. Not even the Halo 1 song that you're talking about. I'm trying to think.
If I
the Halo 1 song? No.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, there you go. Oh, that's I remember now.
Yeah. You see the start screen now.
I see the Halo in my head right now. Yeah. Oh, so many hours of hearing that little that 5-second clip, but hours of it on the screen. To be like, let's load up, guys. We're in between games.
Are you guys ready?
And you have that thing playing.
We're ready. We're waiting for you. Don't rush the count.
We're ready. Don't rush the count.
Totally, dude. No.
Remember all the silly names that Pirate, the Xbox would call it, because it needed to have different names for the Xbox, and then one was Pirate awesome. Or something. Mine was always Pirate.
Yeah.
That's fun.
Oh yeah. Sorry.
The music, Mike.
Sorry.
The music. So all I'm saying is, this song, this music, it is, it goes without saying that it should be the most epic video game music. When I heard it, I instantly loved the game, like even more. You know what I mean? Like the music, like when I first started playing, it was like the graphics were awesome, then the controls were awesome, and the fun was awesome, and the experience was awesome, and I remember it. And then the music hit, and I'm like, it's awesome, and it's just like those overwhelmingly positive reviews, like you just said. Your first impression of this game is
it's amazing.
It's gonna be gonna knock it out of the park.
Yeah, I mean, from the opening to like even when you're getting in the hell pods, that
right.
Like that whole, it's so good.
That's so good. Does it know when to do its music? Like, does it know? Like, is it like reading the game and like, oh, they're in a really like
I think
pressure point here.
I think it's programmed.
And it kicks on the right music.
So like when you get into the hell pods, that music starts playing, and then there are certain sounds for like a bot drop. There are certain sounds for the bug breaches. There's certain music that plays every time something specific happens. There's music that is triggered when you call in the extraction. Yeah.
Okay, so it's triggered.
Yeah.
It just happens so natural that you don't even think that, all these processes are happening in the background. You think it's someone directing the situation right there. When I'm sure they got it all programmed, but to make it seem that way,
it's flawless.
I don't know. It's just so subtle and so well done. Yeah. That it doesn't seem forced. It just seems all organic.
So this is from pushsquare.com by Robert Ramsey. Helldivers 2 was the big winner at the 2024 TIGA Awards, scooping Game of the Year, Best Visual Design, and Best Technical Innovation.
Technical innovation? How about that?
Yeah.
I mean, didn't they use an old engine?
They did. Yeah, they used a quote-unquote obsolete engine to make the game. So I think they are on, oh man, what was it like? I used to use it when I was going to school for game design, like 3ds Max or something like that. It's like an old Adobe 3D software.
Oh, wow.
I thought I saw something like that. I could be wrong. So if I'm wrong, correct me in the comments. But yeah, so they did win Game of the Year. They didn't win Game of the Year on the Golden Joystick Awards, but they should have.
Considering we don't make podcasts about other games, this should have been the Game of the Year across the board for every award.
Every category. Yeah.
Every category. Everything. Like best parking spot in front of headquarters building. Yep, Helldivers 2's got that wrapped up.
Yeah.
Best artwork in hallways in headquarters building. Helldivers 2.
Best CEO engagement with the community.
Oh, Helldivers 2.
Yeah.
That's a good one. Best Christmas party for workers.
Yeah.
You got to give it to them. You got to give it to Airhead. It's a tough.
Best long day at work snack Providence.
Helldivers 2.
Helldivers 2. That was the best 16-hour day pizza I've ever had.
Best arrangement of vending machines in lunchroom. Helldivers 2. At studios.
Best spoiled fridge food.
Oh, no, least amount of spoiled fridge food. How about least amount of employee food in fridge?
Helldivers 2.
Helldivers 2, of course.
Let's see. Best instant coffee.
Oh,
Helldivers 2. I wonder what coffee they drink at that.
Yeah, what's the name of it, you think?
Yeah, they don't drink coffee. They drink strong cups of Liberty.
Liberty coffee.
Liberty coffee. All right.
Where the grounds are freshly
grounded Helldiver remains.
We went on a tangent on that one.
That's all right.
Sorry about the award stuff, but yeah, you should win it all.
The thing is the people who tune out before we get to that, they're missing out. The people who stick around, they would have stuck around anyway. So
they'll just put us on repeat like Melatonin does. Hats off to that guy.
Yeah, man. Thank you. Thank you for
Thank you for listening and increasing our hours consumed.
Oh my gosh. Yeah.
He was telling me, dude, he was telling me like we were on his top 5 or something.
Wow.
Yeah, and it's like some crazy amount of hours because he got some report. It was wild.
Yeah, a report card telling him to stop listening to us all the time.
No, not a report, like a report saying how many hours he listened to stuff.
Yeah, no, I was just kidding. Like a end of the year recap thing, right?
Yeah, that's it.
So speaking of end of the year recap, we did chart in 3 countries.
We did
this year. Yeah,
that's right. We got the certificates.
Yeah, thanks to everybody out there. So we broke the top, 35? We were like 34 at the peak.
I think something like that, in the 30s, mid 30s. We were like above some names that I've heard before of some podcasts
for a time.
Like, how did that happen in some countries?
It's pretty wild.
That's nuts. I was like jaw drop,
Yeah. And so we love you guys. All right. Everything else is just joking around. So it's awesome. We were very surprised by the overwhelming response when we first started.
Oh my gosh. Yeah.
Yeah. I think we were intimidated by it, to be honest.
Absolutely.
Because we've tried our hand at a number of things, and we've never really had that kind of response before.
Dude, no one's ever listened. Anything. I don't know what happened here.
Yeah, we used to pump all this money into our music and go out and play all these shows. Well, I mean, our band did pretty well for a time, but it never took off.
Yeah, this is like complete strangers saying, "Hey, you guys are okay."
Yeah. And then the Discord happened, and everybody's been awesome in there. There's people in there playing right now, partied up right now. Yeah, which is awesome. And people get burned out. They take breaks, and that's fine. There's no judgment.
Yeah,
we're just glad to have you around.
Like I said in that article, live service games are going to be, it's just a long haul thing. It's going to taper off. But hopefully they got stuff in the pipes, in the works to kind of keep people engaged. I know I was tuned in. I've never been tuned in like this before. Like, minute by minute, something's breaking, and so that's a new experience for me. But and to have everybody around to kind of go through it with is a lot of fun.
So in keeping with the theme of the end of the year, everything that happened, everybody coming out, one of the things we started doing was reading ship names. And some of you have gotten back to posting names in the Discord.
Nice.
So
that makes it really easy.
Actually, yeah, it was the stories were, I was confused at first because I was like, I don't know where we're at in the Gmail. You know what I mean? Versus what's been read off of the Discord. So I just started going down the Discord, and now it's very simplified. Let me know when you have it pulled up.
I'm good.
Oh, it's pulled up. All right. You see where we're at?
Yeah, I think we're after the Overwatch reference.
Yes, exactly.
Cool.
All right.
Oh, dude. Seabass.
Yeah.
Kick his ass, Seabass. All right, coming in the SES Courier of War. Oh, he's mailing the war to the enemies.
He's like delivering.
That.
He's
delivering
war.
payloads, packages of bombs and bullets.
Thoughtfully.
Effortlessly placed. Yes. Courier of War.
Nice.
You
All
like
right.
That? You like the growl?
Yeah. That one was better than the first one. You gotta bring your A game, bro.
You. Yes, D-Base. Listen to Mike.
I'm talking to you.
Yeah, that's how you talk to him, Mike. Exactly. That's how you talk to those guys.
All right, you have the deeper voice. I can't do the. All right, large and clumsy comes in with the SES Beacon of Benevolence. Thank you for your service.
Thank you for your service.
Saluting you right now.
Clumsy. Yes, me too. Should I salute and both salutes?
Yeah, why not?
All right.
Yeah. Just salutes all around. I'll even go back and re-salute Seabass. There you go.
We need to get, like I said, we need to do like a special, like you got mentioned on the show. Let's pick one of these, Mike. How about the guy's face when he's like, "Oh." What do you think?
That's one of the reactions. Yeah.
Yeah. So if you get that on your,
All right, large and clumsy. You are the first to get the two.
Yeah, that's your official. I was mentioned on the podcast. There we go.
Right, yeah. Oh, retroactively.
Yeah, we gotta go back. We gotta go back to all the guys.
Adding them all.
Yeah.
All right. Well, let's not do that while we're okay.
We're recording?
Oh boy. Okay, he's going. Are you
okay? No,
you gonna keep going?
I'm stopping. I'm gonna stop at Lit Zero.
Okay.
The E710 driver. Yeah.
Okay.
Okay. Oh, is it my turn? Okay. Chokin Rude Boy comes in from the SES, founding father of Audacity.
Nice.
Very nice. That's a long one, dude. I wasn't ready for like the 4 thing happening there.
Yeah.
Founding
I get it.
Father.
Like this one. This one's 3, right?
Which one?
Unral or Unral?
I'm not sure.
Unral. The SES Wings of Victory.
Wings of Victory. Sorry, I didn't mean to
no.
talk over yours.
You didn't talk over it. You just added to it.
I didn't. That was an accident.
Well, happy accident.
Banker and Beggar. The SES Flame of Freedom.
Oh, yeah. Thank you, sir.
You get the whoa face.
Yeah.
No? No.
Yeah, no. Yeah. Sweet liberty. No. Yeah, that's what he's actually saying in that part, too. All right. Last one? Or
sure.
Okay. Last one. Appropriately, I don't know.
Oh.
Yeah. IDK.
Good name.
Coming
Good
in
name.
with the SES Warrior of War.
Operated by Warrior.
Yeah. All right.
You just got a reaction.
You got a double reaction. Actually, I'm gonna click everything.
What is this?
So many reactions.
What's the sword for? Okay.
Cross swords. I don't know. That might be from like another server. Maybe somebody has Nitro, Discord Nitro or something like that.
Oh, you know what? I was on the stories page and Banker and Beggar, I think, had a story. And when brought up something about I haven't read through it, but I think Potters got mentioned.
Huh.
Call back.
All right. Well, we'll have to look into that.
That's a little tease for the next episode.
Sweet.
Potters might be making a comeback.
Democracy has landed.
Awesome.
Sweet liberty.
My leg.
I'm going in and I'm going to put that reaction because all these people got mentioned, right?
Yeah. Everybody up. Yeah.
And
up the list got mentioned.
Umbril, is he? How many? I don't know how many times he's changed his name, but we'll get to his new name probably in the next episode. Is that Umbril Shadow?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think he might have changed his name.
That's fine.
That's fine. It again. Change your names. It's half the fun.
Change it. Send it back. We don't care.
Yeah. Maybe, yeah. Oh, you know what? One very last thing, and I'm sorry because we're talking about the music. And I know if I listen back and I don't mention this, I'll be very upset with myself.
Ooh, don't be upset.
I'm being preemptively unupset with myself right now.
Okay.
We were talking about the music, and there's one song that I do listen to more than the Helldiver song, or have in my head anyways. And that's that Mike and Lito from Beardly Manning.
Yeah.
I cannot stop listening to that song. I don't know what's going on.
Oh, you're still listening to it?
Still listen to yeah.
I get it stuck in my head quite a bit.
It's addicting. Yeah. I said it 3 times in the last second, but it's so good. So he should be up for best podcast song
of the year.
From listener to Listeners Awards. There should be Listeners Awards. Why not?
Oh yeah.
Top listener of Super Earth Podcasts.
Melatonin Madman.
Yes, Melatonin.
Melatonin Man, he comes cheese. He flies alone
You best believe he'll kill your puppy and kick your cat. He kills the whole team. You remember that.
Best Potter.
Uh-oh. Who's the best?
Yeah, there's only one.
Yeah, well, the guy who's got the title, right? David Potterfield.
Oh, that's Aether, or it was. It might still be.
I don't know. How do we transfer titles? Did you lose
You
titles?
have to have the most XP, I think.
Oh, in the Discord. In the Discord, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think they go back and forth, don't they?
Yeah, I can check and see who...
Yeah, because we should do our end of the year Super Earth podcast,
Listener Awards?
Listener Awards,
Well, we're kind of already doing that now. But...
That's true. Good point. Impromptu with no, this is off the cuff, right?
Yeah, totally off the cuff. Where are the roles? Okay, here we go. David Potterfield. There is one.
Very good. I'm going to give out an award while we're waiting here. My award
Bunker Rat. Oh, that's who that is. Okay.
Oh.
Bunker Rat is Aether. He's still number one.
He changed his name?
His Discord name.
Oh, gotcha. So he's on right now. How about that? I'm going to give out newest Discord member award of the year goes to Mikey_3515.
Awesome. Yeah. All right.
Who joined a day ago.
I would say, let's say the longest standing listener award.
How do we do that?
Would be the person who reached out to you. The reason the Discord started in the first place.
That's craziness. Yes.
You know who I'm talking about. Go ahead.
Infinite.
Yeah.
Yeah. Infinite.
Matthew. Infinite Rewind.
Infinite Rewind in the house. He's the whole reason there's a house.
You built the house.
You built the house that these people are enjoying here.
Well, he didn't. Yeah.
Brick by brick.
There was somebody else who is no longer with us.
Well.
Right?
Yes.
But I will, regardless of whatever may or may not have gone down, the most devoted listener award would have to go to Totally Not a Bot.
Totally Not a Bot.
So you probably don't listen to us anymore. I know you're not in the Discord anymore, but regardless of how things, ended, he was a very integral part of forming the Discord and kind of keeping people engaged. So if you happen to listen, thank you. All right.
Yeah. Thanks, man. You did a great job.
Yeah.
We're all thankful and, hope you have happy holidays and Merry New Year and,
all that stuff.
All the goodies. And you get an award.
There's still one person we haven't given an award to.
Oh.
I don't know if there is a way to award this person. The most legendary.
Oh, he's already gotten enough.
He's got all the awards so far. So it's except for the starting kit challenge. He didn't win that.
Oh, for real? Uh-oh.
Yeah, that was some other people.
Yeah.
But I'd say our most legendary, not only is he great at the game, he's always super cool and friendly, talk to, very helpful. That's the legendary Argan.
The legendary, yes.
Thanks. Thank you, everybody, for, hanging out with us, putting up with our breaks and our anti-social moments when, we're hiding from the world and we don't want to play with anybody.
Yeah, the world gets
and still
too big
being
for
there.
us. Yeah.
Yeah. So, I think that about wraps it up.
Yeah. Everyone's been super awesome.
Yeah.
You think guys like Vega, who I would never have interacted with in my life, but,
mm-hmm.
shout it out. you know, stuff like that. And so it's good, a lot of good people out there. And Burnt Bridges, you know, the stories are ridiculously awesome. So I don't know, the list goes on and on. You guys can, you know, check it out.
Yeah. All right,
let's kill
stuff.
It's a kill it for real, Mike.
Kill what for real?
The episode.
Yeah. Right now it's like limping, you know, like we hit it with an arrow to the knee, and it's just kind of limping off into the woods.
Right.
And we're tracking it. It's time to put it down. It's
got to go. It's got to be put down.
All right.
Yeah.
I'm gonna take a few minute break before I fire up my PS5 and see if my brother will want to jam with us.
Look at the rabbits. All right.
All right, dude.
All right, we ready to do this?
Let's do this.
Let's do this.
All Super Earth podcast content is based on the game Helldivers 2, created by Arrowhead Game Studios and published by Sony Interactive Entertainment.
Smelly toe man, here comes cheese. He flies alone. You best believe he'll kill your puppy and kick your cat. He kills the whole team. You remember that. Smelly toe man, here comes cheese. Accidentals, smelly please. We have a good time till we're dead. Smelly's bullets in my head. Smelly toe man, here comes cheese. You'll have a good time, you best believe. He'll kill your puppy and kick your cat. He kills the whole team, you remember that. Smelly toe man, here comes cheese. You'll have a good time, you best believe. Smelly toe man, here comes cheese. You'll have a good time, you best believe.